Cool. I guess we'll see what happens for today's stream. I was thinking of setting up some personal reserves. We can do... I think this is going to be better. I like having free XP, and then credits are always nice. We can do this for an hour. 50%. Cool. Off we go. Into the pup games. Hey. Andrew, hi. The game doesn't make much noise. Oh, there we go. You sure? Congrats, Andrew. It's nice to meet you. Hey, John. Thanks, Marza. Why are you streaming so late? This is normal time for me, dude. But we'll see. I'm not a huge fan of forcing myself to play World of Tanks to a schedule. For some reason, that hasn't worked for me in the past. I tend to hate the game. So maybe I'll make a schedule, but yeah. I just sort of prefer to stream when I feel like it, but doesn't everyone? Alright. Hey, Mitchell. Lucky. Oh, do you, Big? That should be fun. It is August, though. We start in September. Most people where I live do. Where is everyone? Right, they have a clicker. So I have to leave. I'm not gonna risk getting one shot. Or, taking half my HP away. Hey, Kanalk. Do you have any tier 10 lights yet? No, that's why I'm playing this. And why I've enabled the personal reserves. 1400 spotting. Everyone seems to pad their win 8 with this tank. Or these types of tanks. I was hoping I could track. This is not going to work out well. I don't know where these guys learned how to use cover, but I mean, for a light tank, it's okay to sit in the middle of an open field, because the light tank has the camo going for it. This E3, he doesn't have a lot going for him, so we're going to lose this. Okay. I think today is going to be one of those games where you're going to see me camping a lot, because this is the type of thing you don't play, and it's very hard to predict when pubbies change how they position themselves. Like that ST1 and T10. Normally I would never have expected that, so it's good that I ran away when I did. And that was just luck, but I'm going to have to continue playing like that all evening. Probably. If I want to live all game. Yeah, this is insane. Bounced. I was thinking of free XPing to the German light tank. I just want one with the most pen, because I feel like pen is sort of relevant. And I chose the Chinese one based on that standard. You can deal with gun handling for the most part. You can run food and GLD and stuff like that. But... that will have missed. Yeah, this is not surprising, I guess. Where do I go from here to get more damage? How are these guys still full HP? Okay, I think it's time to load gold and we'll go have to fight the heavies. Alright, Fernando, thanks for the warning. This is awkward. This type of fight is generally really difficult to do well in. But... okay, how do I use the land so I don't fuck myself over? There we go. There's a... we're getting shot up by the amount. Why? Why me? Why am I getting clicked? There's like 2 heavies. Oh well, I'll just have to sit here and feel extraordinarily useless. There we go. Okay, well the game's winnable. That's something good to say. How we're gonna turn this into a win, I have no idea. But I hope we can. And I think this mouse is very important for the survival of our team. No. That was so lucky to hit. I'm not gonna complain though. Let's give this guy a hand. Ooh, they've got a Foch who's unspotted currently. Okay, fuck. What a piece of shit. I should have repaired that. No prem lights and meds. Have you ever played a light tank? Do you know how unreasonable that is? I'd like to see people play TDs with medium tank. That would be interesting. Because they're typically the same type of people who think you should aim for weak spots, right? But they play tanks with intrinsically high penetration. So... well, I'm about to get clicked. I'm sure of it. I think the Artie's... I have no way of knowing where the Artie is. I'm assuming he's over... yeah, fuck that P... How? Oh. Through the building? Oh my god. Oh well, I did 2400, so like that's... subpar. But he'll die. At least we've won. Clickers are bad tonight. Indeed. The mouse agrees. See? He timed it perfectly. Yeah. Yeah. People accuse you of wall hacking. Artie actually has wall hacks. That is so funny. But that's a really interesting way of looking at it. There's no other vehicle in the building, like in the game, that can kill you through a wall. You know? Artie can. I've never heard of that being a sound mechanic. I mean, to some extent, yes. But if I can't shoot through the same wall that Artie can, where's the balance, you know? But, oh, I just got a premium day and a slot in the garage. And what is the happy 19th birthday mission? Normally I don't recommend. Oh, you get Additional career XP. Oh, these are like boosters that you get. Okay. I mean, sure. FA183 can kill through splash. Okay, so that's, what is that? Maybe there's 5 vehicles that can do it? There's a lot of other tier 10 vehicles that can. Want a platoon? No, I don't want a platoon. Thanks for the offer, though. This one mission will be available for us EU noobs tomorrow. I mean, normally I just ignore missions. I think they're pretty destructive to performance, but I look at the game from a different perspective than most people. Like, I play the tanks I want to play, not because I want what's after them, but because the tank that I have access to is fun. So music, please. Nah, I'll get a copyright thing. I don't want that. What are the odds I'm gonna get hit by a camping heavy? Oh shit. So I remember I'm gonna make a video on the accuracy of Russian mediums. We're gonna shoot an IS-7 at 400 meters, see how many shots it takes to kill the IS-7. Because I know people wanted to see that. I knew I should have been making a video today. I just forgot what it was supposed to be about. Do you ever have one of those days? It's sort of slower. Okay. Let's go get the 1390 to YOLO me, because it would not surprise me in the slightest if he does. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, okay. So, what I suggest when I mentor people, and something that I have trouble with, is playing to your team. Now, if you look at our map right now, and I'm going to point this out because I think it's incredibly valuable, look at where a lot of our top tiers are. We've got one WZ who has a brain, right? He's being aggressive. Now, you take a look at the Emil, and I'm not showing their usernames on purpose, the E75 and the Yag Tiger. They're not even looking to the side that matters. And same with this Tortoise. Like, these guys aren't in valuable positions. You have to play to that. You can't just naively assume that they're going to know what to do. So, this is something that I have trouble with. But really, there's look, there's 7 tanks here, and all these guys are focusing on the 3 line instead of the 2. The WZ's gonna die because of it. There's nothing I can do. You know, I could load gold and I still won't reliably pen the T10, so I'm gonna try to push the 0 line, but this is incredibly frustrating for everyone to deal with, and you have to notice it. Otherwise, you're gonna have people like the Tortoise who are at D4, you know, who you would expect to be at D2 helping you, but no, he's at D4 for whatever reason. So keep that in mind. I don't think it's being elitist to say he's in a bad position. It would be to, like, elitist to say he was a bad person based on how he played World of Tanks, but you know, it's not like his efficacy this game is going to be high, in my opinion. So you have to keep that in mind if you actually want to enjoy this game, because relying on people who are unreliable is extremely frustrating. But that's my opinion. Dude, it doesn't matter if they're a trackpad player or not, as long as they're in some sort of aggressive position. I mean, if you have a full HP mouse and he's a trackpad player, he doesn't have to hit his shots. All he has to do is press WASD correctly and not get himself killed. And that's, you know, I can shoot them instead. So, in my opinion, it's actually okay to deal with. They just can't be in the middle of a field or looking down the 3 line when everyone's on the 1 line. That's really because they intimidate the enemies, and I think that's valuable. No, looks like we're gonna win this, but if we didn't, I would be so mad. But I think it would be justifiable too. What are you talking about? Much better mobility? Fuck. 400 damage. As long as I can keep putting myself in a position to shoot people, I'm happy. Oh, these guys are back to back. That wasn't supposed to happen. That guy's given up. Or at least that's what it looks like. Don't snapshot me though. How did we win this by so much? I think it's because we pushed the 9 line so quickly. That's the only way. We were able to push the 9 line and they hadn't pushed the 2 line, so obviously we're gonna win. But they should have just pushed the 2 line. Like, we had one guy watching it for a good 30 seconds. That's a huge throw on their part, actually. Thanks for the sub, General. If you did. Yeah, but thank you. 2,100. Not the greatest. How did we win? So decisively, too. That was undeserved. I think it's probably for the best, Knolk. The maps haven't been balanced to take into account, like, climbing. So, when you're on this map, for example, how do you deal with a guy who boosts up to there? It just breaks the map. So, and the problem is only one team can do that. So I think it's for the best. If they want climbing to be a thing, they need to balance it somehow. But I actually don't know if they're going to remove it or not. I'm just, if what you said is true, I support it. But yeah. What days and times am I on? I don't stream consistently. I go through these phases where I want to stream and where I don't, so it's very difficult for me to keep a schedule on it. Videos are easier, because I don't have to be perfect. Redshire? Yeah, that one is pretty ridiculous. Things like that just probably shouldn't exist. Or there should be a way for it to be contested, you know? But that's literally me just repeating myself. Okay. Well, this guy won't know I'm here. SU has noticed me. I didn't intend for my shell to go there, for the record. Fuck. Okay, how do I deal with the 5041 behind me? He's gonna cross. What? So if I was this... Look at that. I am so lucky I'm not where that guy is. His mission was probably kill a light tank or something. And he... Fuck. If I was that RU-251... Light tanks have to be so careful, dude. Because there's people like that 5041 who think it's worth their time to throw away their tank to kill you, or for like whatever reason. And you just can't risk it. So all it takes is one tank with an autoloader, you know? In a heavy tank it's a bit easier. Same with the medium. There's a bit less risk. But in a light tank it's like, if you get YOLO'd, what can you do? Even in a medium tank it's pretty hard. Cool. Let's go work on the mid now. I mean, okay. I don't think that was because of a mission. That was just not a very intelligent player. I'm not sure, because I don't think any thinking person would look at that situation and say, there's like 4 tanks in front of me, and decide that they can win the 4v1 with a 4-round autoloader, you know? It must, like, there's no way that anyone would have looked at the situation and said it was but, you know, I'm also warping it from my perspective. He may have just wanted to get to the next game. Okay, I was thinking don't light me on fire, and he only got my fuel tanks. Do you think he's noticed me? I wonder. Okay, well that missed. What an interesting game. I wish Wargaming would buff up the Tiger 2 a bit. Just a bit. Starting to hate the tank. Dude, you can't rely on heavy tanks for armor. Or you can, but it's because if you have to assume that the armor has to have such a huge advantage over the enemy that if you get lucky, like if he gets lucky, he still won't be able to pen you. In my experience, like you can't go. Let me ask just a sec. I'm gonna ask in Fun Wars.
Sound resumed. Microphone activated. Channel switched.
Hey, do you guys have a hand?
Is this a boost?
We're in
No.
battle.
Okay.
Sound microphone muted.
What was I saying? Yeah, like you don't want to go into a fight because if you're one shot, you can't rely on your armor. And the thing is, if you get tracked, you know, you lose like 1,000 HP every single time you get tracked in a heavy tank because it's invariably around a corner in most maps. So it's like you have to be really careful with your HP in heavies, I think. But not so careful that you throw games. You need to be aggressive enough that you can live, but not so aggressive that you kill yourself. So I think it's dangerous to say you have to be careful with your HP in heavies, but at the same time, you know, you're not going to out-armor TDs reliably in an E5 or even a mouse. So heavies are balls of HP normally, not really balls of armor because you can't rely on armor, but you know how much HP you have within 25% plus or minus. So, oh, the title's wrong. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I'll change it. Once you get a WZ1321, want to tune with my 13105. I don't want a platoon. Thanks for the offer, though. This is a dangerous play. Because what can happen is sometimes light tanks love to rush the field, right? So they'll push up like this, Especially the bad light tank players. They'll do this and they'll screw you over so hard. But we'll see about this. Hopefully I can spot people. Oh, my mission is spot 6 enemies without being spotted. I don't think that's going to happen. Scouting sucks. Okay. I'm still at 1 enemy. Okay. Maybe this guy gets stunned again. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah. Let's just leave. Look at these guys. That's hilarious. The middle sucks because of that. I wonder if there's a way to play the middle and avoid these people. Because TDs will just sit there and they'll shoot you. And that makes it impossible. I'll have to think about that. Can we win this? I have my doubts. Because we're pushing into TDs who can see us. I wonder if you can figure out a way to blind fire people like this TVP. You know, like if there's a specific bush that people love to go to. I'll have to check heat maps for that. Heat maps are great for knowing where to blind fire people. Fuck. Let's see what the 49's doing. Yeah, I don't think success is a possible outcome on this flank. I just don't see 2 tier 8s beating them with already involved. For some reason I can't foresee that. We're gonna have to defend against the city. Wait, what are heat maps? Heat maps show you where players will go on average. I think VBADIC has some good ones. So like, you could have a heat map for airfield, and it'll show that the majority of the fighting gets done on the meat grinder area. So a lot of people go there, and that's what a heat map is. It shows where people go. Okay. Do you ever rage? Yeah, I did last night, actually. It happens when I'm tired. A lot. Which is probably normal. Fuck. The second I leave, the Foch pushes. I can't help this guy without killing myself, in my opinion. So how do we win this game from here? I just need to... Are you kidding? The second I switch to gold to get ready... Oh my god, the timings. Okay, so I need to deal with one side at a time. Now I would guess that the Foch and the M46 are the easiest kills. Once they're dead, I can work with some of the map available to me. So... The thing is, I couldn't... Ooh, I need to kill these guys now. I just wanted to wait. I was hoping they'd take longer to push down the city. Good. Beautiful. Okay, so I'll kill this M46. And, I'm spotted, but he's stock though, isn't he? Okay. Now, hopefully the Yag Tiger, the full HP Yag Tiger, turns around. And I've still done 154. Should I just kill the faggot? Artie's just going to annihilate my team. I've been really bad with the timing so far. I need to help them. Because Unless we have some sort of angle, which I'm the only person who can reliably provide that. I don't see how our Yag Tiger can deal with their Panzer 100. Where's the T-30 though? The Yag Panzer's looking at me. And so is the RD in my... Already fired, gives me a couple seconds. Let's not snag the Reese. Just learn to aim for weak spots, Lemming. Anything is possible if luck is involved. It's funny how that works. Don't. Why is he dead? He had full HP. Shit. I cannot pen the front of this VK, whatever the hell it is. 13 seconds to get a... I'm sure there was an opportunity to have won that, and I just threw it. Oh well. One sec, I'll turn my mic off. Okay. I just downed an entire cup of coffee. Did I get a straight poke?
Sound resumed.
Let's have you just
Channel switch. Microphone activated.
Hey. Oh shit. Which one is the like
West server against Nag, it's Cliff Defense.
Yeah.
The other ones are Clan League, don't worry about it.
Sorry about CC living.
What's that?
Respected killed it.
What is CC?
Curious Cupolas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm retarded. I'm streaming right now, just so you know, but yeah. That sucks. Oh well.
Yeah.
Hi,
Sorry about it.
Twitch.
That's the problem with teams. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's like the top two didn't accept him, so you know.
Yeah.
Just kind of shafted the whole team.
That
So
sucks.
one against who?
Do you guys mind if I stream
Nag
a Clan
on
Wars
West
game?
server.
Okay, thanks.
With no delay?
With no delay. It's not like anyone watches XD.
Oh, there's only
yeah.
one.
There's only a small number of people watching right now.
As long as we field, it shouldn't be a problem. It's just the Cliff Defense.
Cliff Defense. So what do you
Let's
want?
have a look.
Who's calling? You calling Banana?
I may or may not have left one of our landings undefended and split us in half.
Am I excited for the Patton buff?
I hope it's
Sort
not
of.
audible.
User joined your channel.
No, but we may have to reland. I really wasn't even planning to stay on the map because there's going to be a stage on Monday. So.
Oh really, Necromancer? You're of the enemy clan?
I mean, you're streaming, you're offline.
Will stream snipe? Ah, yeah, definitely. No streaming. I'm on YouTube. Streaming on YouTube.
The fuck?
You, what are you doing?
What's YouTube?
I mean,
What
I
is
have
YouTube?
Nobody streams on YouTube.
quite
How
a
are
few
you
viewers. So, and someone's telling me they're in the clan Nag.
Nag.
Hello, Nag. We're gonna be fighting you. I think knowing where we are won't even help you. So good luck.
Holy shit,
Banana
man.
Jam.
Savage.
I mean, may the
No,
best
not
clan win.
particularly. It's not what you think.
No, it's Toronto. I hate Toronto.
Yep, here we go. YouTube fucking stream. 183, wow.
That's
Are you
pretty good.
judging me? I feel like I'm being,
What's so bad about Toronto, Ross?
What's wrong with Toronto?
Because I live in
Yeah.
Ottawa, we have to hate Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
that's
It's
understandable.
actually Detroit that I left suspended.
What do you want, Banana?
Uh,
you
Want a
stat
bad
padding.
guy?
Clan War stat padding.
103B would be good.
This is my clan.
I'll,
103?
Is it
I don't
I'll
have
play
one.
the 103 because I know where it goes.
Okay.
User joined your channel.
No thanks, it's not what you think.
Defense is the South, right?
You're from Quebec, Norwegian?
I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, then yes, it is.
I kind of knew already. But...
See you, Bob. Thanks for stopping by.
Need 2 more.
Oh, hey, Papa. How are you doing? Do you guys think Nag is going to be able to field a team? Is there a penalty for not fielding?
They
Well, that's the
beat
guy in your
the
chat.
other clan that was on this landing. So I assume they will
Okay,
bring the full
okay.
team.
User joined
So
You
they
wanted
won.
113s?
They won some sort of tournament to get to us.
So like, what tanks do you want?
Give
AMX
me-
30Bs.
30
Give me
Bs, yeah.
113s and bats or 5As are fine too.
Okay, so is the 5A like worth getting it again if you have the 113?
Is it Gabe?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They're
I
completely
might
different.
get on that sometime.
Are
If somebody
we gonna
else
go
has a
field?
103,
This
I'll
is
play
Cliff.
the 5A. I'll decide where to go.
Honestly, the 5A looks like what the 4A should have been at tier 10 anyways, so. Like, it's a better continuation of the tier 9.
Yeah. Yo, Banana, if you give me some payouts, like, I can get a 5A right now.
I'll work on that. I have 150k I need to pay out.
Let's get it.
I'm just
You
planning on
guys
getting
see they're
to
doing the same thing with the 215B?
Oh,
Do you get
what?
paid for boxes?
Wait, what?
With,
Yeah, the boxes that you earned over the break, that's the 150k basically.
They're
Oh.
doing the same thing as the one from the 1.5.
How much per box?
I don't know yet.
What are they giving?
Give me 150k per box.
What are they
I
called?
don't think I owned that many boxes, oh dear.
Are they giving the challenge a chieftain or something?
No, it's gonna be this. They're calling it the Super Conqueror.
The super.
Okay. Okay.
Really?
It's got like spaced armor on the turret and the hull.
Oh,
Nah.
It's got more DPM than the 215B.
Oh, of course.
and better gun handling.
No, I think the aim time's worse,
Oh, okay.
Top me.
but it'll be slower.
I
How long
mean,
was the break?
what break? Oh, way
oh,
too
between
long.
clan wars.
What break? We stand.
Boringly
grind.
long.
Keep it 100.
Grind never
Oh,
stops.
God.
I know it sounds weird, but can I get an IS4?
Is a 30B an IS4?
Can we
no.
get post
User
buff
joined your
30B
channel.
from you?
Go away, living.
Shut up, DH.
No, I got it first.
Oh, fuck. I don't even have an IS4.
It was my first tier 10, so I have sentimental reason to want to play it in the
What
clan wars
I'd
for
like
once.
is like 2 bats, one of which is
Sell
gonna be
it.
living, and
Nope.
2 bats, an IS4, a 103, and a shit ton of 113s and 5As.
Wait,
I'd
so
say 2
not
bats.
an STB for the middle, QQ?
No.
Can I plant that banana?
Ah,
Oh yeah, we're on Cliff.
fine.
You got 5 bats.
I just need more 5As and 113s.
Okay.
User joined your channel.
I need to get one of those. What's better, the 5A or the 113?
Currently
Depends
5A.
on the situation. The 5A's
For
better
Wiggle Nuts,
in
5A.
general, but the 113 is going to be better at mid to long range.
Yeah, but this is World of Tanks. How much long range is there?
The 113 has a better upper plate,
Melanovka.
which isn't saying much.
I mean that guy in your chat that thinks that you have to be a stat padder to get Maho.
Who?
The
I
Canadian
will give you guys a
YouTuber.
code.
I want to join Maho, but I'm not a stat patter. Patter. P-A-T-T. He's trolling. There's no way. There's no way that,
Are you sure?
Stat patter?
yeah, stat
What's
patter.
the
That's
link?
trolling. That's clearly
What's the link for
User
your
joined your
YouTube
channel.
channel?
youtube.com/LemmingRushTV. I'll link.
Hey, I got it.
Oh,
Nice.
Shameless
Fucking-
promotion. Ban him.
Do you
I'm gonna
watch the
strike
shits?
your stream.
Not really.
Copyright.
Alright, I'm gonna post a link in chat. It's good for 3 minutes, so do it now.
3 minutes. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, the code.
Time to tell everyone what it
All
is.
of the golds.
Code.
CW8139.
Thanks, Lemming.
You're welcome. I can read.
I mean, it's only good for 3 minutes.
I've been
Submitted
practicing for a
Clamwell's
good 10
code.
years.
Hold on. There we go.
Hey, Lucas.
I'm just
Why don't
really
you
mad.
post the
I
link
moved-
in your stream chat?
I saw that there was nobody on defense.
I'll do that.
With
No.
like 2 minutes left, and so I moved the division, and I was just gonna monitor it, and somebody applied with like 2 seconds left, and so now we just lose that landing and it splits us in half. So
Nice.
it was
Oh.
a risk that I shouldn't have taken.
Maybe someone was
Calculated.
just being an asshole.
I mean, it's just a random puppy clan. They saw and there was nobody on it, and so
Oh,
they just
okay.
attacked it. It's like Mug W and Cabra's third clan.
Banana got calculated.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate. Whatever.
Taco calculations.
At
Oh,
least
P.
it gives me an excuse to get a better lineup of landings, because
I want to get the
I'm happy
W's.
Clan Wars is back.
yeah,
Maybe I can get some
this
fucking
this
camo.
map highly rewards you for fighting a lot. The more you fight, the more
Good.
gold you earn.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That sounds
Yeah.
really good. This
Until
sounds,
you get
this
burnt
sounds
out.
like-
Until you get burnt out.
Although
Honestly, won't.
you still make more farming for less effort if you're an established clan like us. So we're probably gonna sit on the map a lot, but I want to do the
established?
stages. The
This
first stage
sounds-
starts on Monday, so
This sounds more fun than the previous Clan Wars 2.0
Yeah.
original iterations.
Oh, hi Hosh.
Oh, like
been a while.
the ones that were like years ago.
I think I'm probably gonna have a busy schedule for us tomorrow. So be on if you can. I'm going to have like back-to-back battles on my.
I'm studying for a test on Monday, and I should be studying now, but I'm playing Clan Wars.
It'll
too
be
important.
like around an hour ago until this time.
Battle comms.
Battle. Shut the fuck.
Ready check?
Shut the fuck.
No, we have to do the
Yes,
ready
ready
check
down, guys.
3 seconds beforehand.
It's got a minute 30. We can Christmas tree if we
1,
want.
2. Wait, what the hell is
don't know.
Christmas tree?
Christmas tree is where like everyone's like writing
Everybody
down,
readies
writing up.
down and then up again to make sure they're here.
Isn't that a
Yeah,
ready
I'm not
check?
here, so I'm not gonna do that.
You're really gonna
We
do
still have
that?
too many bats, and I don't want that many bats. I only want 2. I need one fast heavies. I need 113s.
Driving him bats.
Lemming, you're not as good as Circon.
It's really important that I don't have too many.
Ooh. Ultimate roast.
I think 3 is fine. 3's fine, but no more than that.
Circon's Norwegian, isn't he?
I have no clue.
So Lemming,
whatever.
if we can count 4 bats when Banana wants 3.
Yeah,
I'll
counting
take
is hard.
2. It's fine.
Yeah.
You better pen all your shots though.
But the thing is, Lemming doesn't have a 113.
Oh.
Can we just refer to
Lemming-
ourselves in third
I
person?
already said that Lemming is one of the bats. Period.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well,
I'm honored.
it appears as though aquatic _ skip star is a bit put out by this.
Can I play my bat?
Who has the
Fine.
longest name?
No more
Wait, where-
bats. 4 bats is good.
Where are those
Big
guys with,
underscore
like, the
guns
really-
underscore
It'll make things
06.
confusing.
Greg _ permateal _
Hi guys. So
We have double the bad chat
I
quota.
want
for this.
2 bats going mid. IS4 you're going to G6 in the buildings, okay? And the 103 is gonna climb up here if you know how, and just sit back here and farm things. Everybody else is going this way and up. Let's get 2 of the bats going this way. The fastest one, you're gonna get up behind the rock. You know what I mean? And the other one just help us crossfire if anything rushes into here.
Where's IS4 going?
You're going into the buildings here.
Looking down the 6 or down towards 9?
At mid.
DH, your IS4 camo sucks.
Bite me, it's sexy, okay? There's
Too many
nothing
bats
wrong
going
with
mid.
it.
I need 2 bats going
Sure,
here.
I'm going.
Aquatic Hipster doesn't even have camo on his 113. What a pleb.
You mean aquatic underscore Skipstar?
Yes, that.
Okay,
also said-
so
I'm the
no
original,
breaks.
that's why.
No breaks. Even if we spot things here, we're getting up. If you're like one of the last couple tanks and they're already set up, you can stop. That's fine. You can make a crossfire for them. Why do we have a grill?
You didn't catch it?
User entered your channel.
That can actually lose us the game. I don't appreciate that. Right.
They're camping?
Shot?
Like it. Just get up the hill. Just get up. Leave the grill there. That's fine. Bats,
Oh,
is there
nice.
anything there? Nothing?
Nice!
There
Burn,
might be an
baby, burn.
Alright, be
SCRV.
careful guys. They're probably gonna have stuff there, so...
RT,
we can take
2
the
RT.
car.
3?
3 Artie. Really? Okay.
Okay.
I think
I'm gonna try to
is it
spot
three?
some of them. Get ready to shoot Artie.
I see nothing up top. It's like a pub game. Holy fuck.
I just lagged.
Oh,
Yeah,
Artie.
there's
There's
No.
something in the
Up top.
middle. There is something right over there.
Oh, yep, right over there.
Oh, that's a
Guys,
bad
take
shot.
all the map control. Let's get some of the faster tanks to clear out this bat. Everybody up here, you just need to take out this bat, please.
Okay, Lemming Rush is focusing on the bat
Most of their
shot.
team is way in the low ground, so...
Stop talking about yourself in the third person.
That's
Lemming
pretty
Rush thinks you should
pretentious.
shut up.
They're
Clear
pushing
this
one
bat
line.
out and then take this area. I need some people to take this as soon as
Sure,
we
I'm doing it
have
right now.
They're
unoccupied
pushing
tanks.
around this way.
Yeah,
Pushing
we need
one
to
line.
just keep that crossfire, it's fine. If they push around this corner, they're gonna get
I'm
left by
tracked.
this
Can
crossfire.
anyone
So
call
have a
them
crossfire
on
them.
to line?
They have 2 Artie. They have 2 Artie.
They have 3 already.
I think
There's
it's
three.
2, but
I have 20 until my ammo racks back up.
Spot.
Alright. We just need to keep this crossfire on the donut, guys. Just crossfire the crap out of them. They can't do
Yo,
anything.
big guns, please simp. Please simp, big guns.
I can't pen any of my shots.
Nice crossfire.
Get that
25?
215, get the 215.
215, priority.
Nice, they're gonna go for
I
They're
said
not going for me.
V3's
Try
try.
to track him if you can.
Reloading.
I'm coming with you, Rojo.
E100.
Simp for me. Simp
Listen,
for
they're all
me.
coming out one at a time.
Remember, there is
right?
tank blocking, guys. Try not to
Oh.
block your tanks.
So good.
Oh shit.
Good.
Good, because I'll be using this IS-4 again, I know it.
If we team kill someone, is their tank locked?
Yes.
Yes.
DH,
Oh,
come
don't
here.
do that.
Dare.
is anybody else lagging, or is it just me getting dumpstered?
No, it's me
Easy,
too,
guys.
a lot.
Nobody die, please.
User joined your channel.
I'm gonna stay already safe so I don't die.
User disconnected
Nice
from your channel.
alpha, dude.
Out.
0 deaths. Hey.
You
Nice
have already,
stream
we can
snipe.
still get shotgun.
I'll just jump onto one of them.
Oh,
Come
oh,
on.
oh, oh.
I thought they had
User
3
left
already,
your
banana.
channel.
Good thing they all drove in one
Yeah,
at
they
a
only had
time,
to-
right?
I don't think they did
There's
much.
still another
How
one.
much? Who has the highest damage?
Not me.
I'm 3 marking you guys,
I
better
couldn't
not.
hit half my shots, it's so laggy.
I have
Fuck.
the highest. I have the highest kills.
Cunt.
They brought
so
14.
Kills.
We will have another defense later, I think.
Nice job, guys.
Woo.
That was hard.
We're gonna have a defense on mines. We can get rid of this.
Lemming Rush thinks you guys did an outstanding job. It was a pleasure playing with you all.
All that could be better if you speaking in third person is just say your whole YouTube link, like http://www.youtube.com/watch?v=x, you know.
Do you guys want to
Oh.
fight Otter on mines just because?
No,
What? Playing otter.
not really.
And lock tanks for
The more
nothing.
tanks we kill, the more we get. There's nothing for winning in a row. I think it's worth it.
If you think it's worth it, go for it.
We're
but
gonna be defending mines. I mean, there's tank blocking is the only downside, but I don't think it's. a
Oh,
big
there's
deal.
tank locking again? Fuck.
I think the grill won us last game.
Can someone quote banana on that? That could be game
Thanks,
losing.
James.
I mean, yes, no, because what happens is it comes down
User
to rock,
joined
paper,
your
scissors,
channel.
right? It just happens that we got
User
rocked
joined
and they
your
got
channel.
scissors.
Yeah.
User
But
Are you in
joined your
Vancouver?
channel.
if
No,
they had rushed
Calgary.
a bunch of mediums into the middle,
User joined
we
your
could have been
channel.
overmatched and pincered.
Yeah.
It would have been bad. So.
Hey, banana. I have an M60 that I need my ×5 on, so I'm gonna play that this game if you don't mind.
I
We should
don't
just
think
play
is
Clan
there
Wars to hit
another
off
one
times
up?
5s.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
another
dude.
one up. Alright.
That's how you do it. It's
Let's
the
fight
strat.
RTC here on Cliff again.
User joined
You're
your
in
channel.
Red
Hey,
Deer?
Banana, do I
Cool.
have time to call this?
If you want to, I just 15-0'd the other one.
14 actually.
Can I play my grill this
Get it
time?
right, man.
I only had
Do you guys want to watch
let's,
Clan Wars or pub
do
games?
I
You
still
guys
have
can
time
pick.
to call this then?
I can't
Yeah.
promise the Clan Wars will be super interesting though.
starts in 8 minutes, so battle will last like 10 minutes, so we might miss.
Yeah, just keep someone watching the special battle like Banana to scream at me if it's going. Let's do
or I
one
could just
stir.
call Cliff, because it's easy.
Are you just gonna do okay?
Fleming, they want to watch Clan Wars, not pub.
I'm gonna get you mines later tonight. You can fight
Okay.
Otter on mines, okay?
I have to do these
That's fine.
retarded missions though. You know the
Retarded
one,
missions, but
the,
you're
the spotting
padding
ones.
in
No,
a
I'm playing
1-3-2
light
grenade.
tanks for my missions.
No, it's padding.
I have to spot 6 people
Just
without
YOLO.
getting lit.
Oh,
So
Don't
YOLOing
YOLO.
doesn't
Why do
work.
you guys
yeah,
find it
play
so-
the LT100.
that's the tier 10. I don't have the credits for that.
Oh yeah. Well, me too. I want the 5A. I want it.
Hey, Knight, so
Banana.
for Otter, do you want mines
Living up.
defense, Abby encounter, or Corellia encounter?
I'm just watching you getting so much slowing damage there.
Fuck! I just got spotted through the bush.
Like, wait, we're on defense
User
on mines?
joined your
We're on
channel.
defense on mines.
No,
where
it's
you
the
can get
T30.
encounter on Abby, encounter on Corellia.
Take
Yeah,
defense
T30
on mines.
outspots.
That's
You beat
easy.
them
Hey,
on
I got my
encounter,
mission.
Abby.
I'm happy. As even
You
if
wanna
I
do
die,
encounter,
as
Abby?
long as I get my
Yeah, I
mission.
can do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh shit! What the hell? How am I alive?
I can beat them on encounter, Abby. That's easy.
Remember there's tank blocking
User
though,
joined your
so-
channel.
That's fine.
Okay.
Also, Lemming, I noticed you
are
said
you gonna
I
fill this game
instead
or
of
not?
Fleming Rush.
Real quick?
Oh,
So-
my mistake.
No, he said I
Also,
instead
assume
of
yeah,
so.
the stream
YouTube.
should, you know, be on-
YouTube
I
slash
was just saying if you're
TV.
gonna pick a comp
the
or not.
stream's gonna enjoy that voice crack.
Guys, let's just bring the same comp during the last battle. Just move yourselves in.
Oh, you want us to continue to participate?
What do you want on this one?
Same
Same
We
thing.
played last battle.
Okay.
I'll bring my bat shot. Even the grill?
Oh my
I don't mind the grill. I think other tanks
You're
are better, but
god. Not anymore.
But it could lose us the game.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
give me
that's-
shit.
That was the quote, wasn't it?
I actually don't
User left
like
your
the grill.
channel.
I think I'd rather have another 5A, but
The grill is a really consistent sniping tank. And
Sure, bud.
those are extremely valuable.
it's only good when they're stupid and all go into the 2-line like retard. If they all go up, then it can be problematic.
You just
Grills are for
insulted
fucking
an entire
losers.
class of
They
people,
can just
Banana.
YOLO you with 14 roomheads and it can be really hard to win if you have a lot of tanks out. That's why I only have 4 tanks in the east.
No, we're just
Banana,
making
move
fun
me up
of
with
you.
the 113s.
I can't move you.
Who owns
It
this?
doesn't work the same way. There's no commander. It's not a detachment.
Alright, well, everyone needs to get out.
Everyone needs to leave the battle, come back, just so we can reorder them.
Yeah.
Wait, who are we reordering?
It popped tonight.
113s.
Need an IS-4 and
Oh,
the
fuck.
103B.
It's about cohesion.
User left your channel.
You know how there are like side tanks that are on the side of another that you can research? I wish that was the 5A with the 113.
So you could use the 113 to grind.
Yeah, because I've been a retard for like the past month that I've had the 113, and I've forgotten every single time to accelerate crew training.
Why do you keep turning it on and off?
I don't. I just forget to turn it on.
Okay, go turn
every
it on
single time
right
I
now.
look at it, I'm like, oh, I'll do it later.
That's genius.
I'm just a fucking. That's actually me. I'm one of those people who's like, yo, I'll just do that later when I could do it like.
The 2
in
clicks
5.
are too hard.
Yeah.
You have to raise your finger twice.
You'll have
Yeah.
to do your M60 and pub sag
I
life side.
can't right click, left click the accelerate crew
User
training.
left your channel.
Wait, there's a right click involved?
Right click, left click, auto lock.
That's just a huge complication. I
you're
understand
right.
you now. Yeah.
What are multiple
Right click, wrong click?
right click actually?
Do you think you should play Imagine if you had to play with spacebar as your shoot button or something.
That would fucking suck.
Someone should
User
try it
joined
for
your
100
channel.
games.
I have
should
tried
take
it. Oh, not for
pat,
100
actually. I
games.
think
No.
that second pat was actually pretty good.
Someone should use the arrow keys to aim.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I did that.
You can
once
do that.
for like a week, or not a week, like a couple games, dozen games, whatever. And it was bad because I was playing on a shitty laptop. They got like 15 frames.
Oh, so instead of a trackpad, boy,
Still-
you were
yeah,
like,
still better than a
an
track-
arrow.
Yeah, it was either trackpad or spacebar and arrow keys. So I was like,
Quite the
I'm
struggle.
gonna have to go with the spacebar on that one.
I mean, you could play Artie.
Yeah,
Oh shit, you're right.
yeah, that's.
Sky,
what
can
I
we
Wait,
did
but
switch
your
all
arrow
day.
keys don't have a
offline?
right
I'm
click.
restarting the game.
He
Okay,
put
it's
it
fine.
in
I
chat
saw
that
it.
he's restarting.
I saw. I can say I'm good. I know.
How can I do this?
It was pretty bad. If you couldn't already tell, would not recommend. It's a solid like 2.5 out of 10.
Do you use OBS to stream live?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's free. I tried XSplit and it's like shit. And
Yeah,
you pay money
everything
for
other
it.
than OBS is like ass.
Yep.
I don't know why. Mine looks grainy. A little bit.
Oh, I can. What's your speed of compression? The slower it is, the better the quality. Also, if you
Oh,
can
okay.
increase your output, it means you don't need as quick of compression, I think.
Knight doesn't like this strat because he says that 113s are slow, but he brings mice.
These
the same
tips are
place.
even better than your World of Tanks tips.
Thank you.
Should do OBS tutorials.
I mean, by no means am I good at it.
How to
The-
play aggressively in OBS.
Are we against?
The only thing that works against this strat is like slow play.
User
stuff.
joined
Hey
your
guys,
channel.
if you're in the clan league, please join the team.
Does anyone not want to play?
User left your channel. User joined
I mean,
your
we
channel.
got spots limiting. You signed up for the thing, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
is
go help them.
okay.
It's,
Yeah.
Go away, Lemming.
Yeah.
Go to the Oryx battle and just hop down to ours. And we need 2 more.
then you'll have
including
to
Lim.
stop streaming though.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh, you don't mind if I stream this?
Actually,
He has like 2 people watching.
no, I don't mind.
Maybe
The strats will
1.5
change.
people.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
worry.
gonna get patched.
1.5.
Patch comes
Yeah.
out, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
1.5 people watching.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Now they can all see your war
It's a
pack.
good meme. It'll be a good meme. Your streamers will like it.
Yeah,
That was
I
an
just need
evil
2 more
laugh and a
people.
half there,
Yeah,
Banana.
that was like
That was quite the
as
laugh,
malevolent
yeah.
as it gets.
Yeah. Do that again.
He can be one of the bats that pushes the 5A, right?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, we're doing
You'll
some
see.
sort of boost?
Oh,
Maybe.
Banana.
I'm not sure I know how to do this.
You should be a
Can-
Disney villain, Banana.
Lemming is apprehensive about this.
User left your channel.
I love the third person.
Thanks, Ross.
YouTube.com
Banana will
/
star in
Lemming
the
Rush
next live
TV.
action.
You were moved.
They can make all the members
It's
not be square.
honestly,
If
that'd
you
be
notice-
really.
If you notice, all the maps are completely
Keep
square.
streaming. Okay.
You can
I mean,
make them not square.
They specifically made Ghost Town for Wiggle. You know, if they want to do actually complete redesign,
Yeah.
I could see them making just brand new symmetrical maps.
We should
Like,
play runners
there's a
and
lot of
versus
new maps on
chasers
Super Dust.
in like a Clan Wars game.
What was that?
We should
Lemmy?
play runners versus
User
chasers.
left your channel.
You know how like in training rooms you bring like Panzer 1Cs? Can you bring low tiers in Clan Wars anymore?
I think Clan Wars is 210
only.
Oh. Well, that's
Hey,
sort of
perfect. Can I
fucks
have you
it
play
all up.
5A? Perfect here. Oh.
Really, Necromancer?
User left your channel.
It could be like,
We have one too many bad shots.
okay.
Yeah, he's asking not perfected to
User
swap out.
joined your channel.
We need one STRV actually. I think.
I could play this, Jerry.
Hold up, I'm trying to think. Yeah. trying to
User
think what we have to
joined your
replace.
channel.
Though.
You
know I wasn't coming
User
down
joined
here,
your
right? Now you have to
channel.
go up there and tell
Oh.
me.
Oh, I didn't. No.
I was just asking them
Um,
how it went because I didn't because it's
I
bugged
was-
right now and I won't
actually-
show
Should I get the
battles.
W's added
No,
for
you don't have
5k
Stir
gold?
Perfect yet, do you?
No.
He doesn't.
Let's just
Skytrain's
do...
got
Do you guys think it's worth it? Is it worth it to get this thing for 5588
Unless
gold?
someone was get booted.
What
don't
is that,
care.
like 15, 20 bucks?
I have
Um,
traditionally
Okay,
been
hey,
That's
look,
gonna be
that's fine,
$20
that's fine.
At
Just
yeah.
go help them out with Clan
Like,
Wars.
like
Maybe
do
not
you
worth
need, do
it.
you need
It should be
STRV
good.
that badly? Like,
the
do I really need to get one?
Oh. It just finished?
Did it
Yeah.
They
Put
tagged.
your
One of them
tag.
tagged. One of them tagged.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
No, the surf is important. It's because of if they let us take the west cap, we can set it up.
No,
and it's just
I'm
fun.
just saying in general. Like, you really need to serve that badly that I need to get one.
Oh no, I knew someone had the team. I just wanted a 5A to switch, and I can't think of someone who had one.
I forget how much experience it is. I have 21,000 gold.
What is the best tier 10 light?
It's a tie between.
I mean,
it's
LT100 mostly, I'd say. I've
it's a
used
tie
more.
between the Rhymatail and T100, but I prefer the T100 right now, just because.
What about China?
And China's good for pubbing, but other than that, there's no competitive aspect to it. I actually really like the tier 10 Chinese light.
Yeah.
How about you get some heavies to go along with the heavy meta?
No. I actually have to.
The shared.
I mean, they are talking about buffing every light tank in 9.20.1 or is it 9.21? I don't remember.
What?
Nice. So like,
yeah, you didn't hear
four
about that?
patches later,
I didn't hear
they
about
realize.
Honestly though, I don't think light tanks.
Okay, but let's be honest. It's better them add in shitty tanks than like overpowered tanks. So I prefer this method to them adding like a waffle or a mouse.
That is true.
They have done way worse.
I mean, they put the grill in.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason the lights were so bad was they looked at the raw damage numbers and didn't take into account that they were fighting teams that were also 50% light tanks. So the damage that they were getting in the test server was inflated.
Wargaming's not that retarded. Honestly, it was more of like.
This is
I
interesting.
think some light tanks are in a good spot. I think the Rhymatail Panzer is really good right now. I don't
Honestly,
think that needs to be buffed.
I do think the lights are
T100
actually pretty okay now too. I thought they were garbage at first, but I'm seeing that they're actually useful.
I mean, and I think the T100 just needs like
pen.
Not pen. No. It just needs better accuracy.
The thing is though, T100 is already really strong. Like, well, not in pubs, but in ranked battles and such.
Yeah, it's a strong tank. It's just like it'd be more comfortable play, I guess, is all I'm saying.
Isn't that the whole point of Russia? Like, though, if you look at Russian tanks in general, they're not exactly patents.
I mean, the T100's kind of like a patent.
Oh, really? Dude, the gold pen pisses me. 248 gold pen? Can you pen the
If you actually look at the soft stats of the T100, it has the best gun handling out of every tank in tier 10.
Oh boy.
Except for accuracy.
242, 280.
That's why I don't run a V-stab on it, because you don't need one.
Right.
So,
it's pretty hard. It's just hard
Vents
to
and
balance
optics or something. Vents
because how high the camo skills are.
I think they're extremely difficult to balance, because if you have people with high camo and high speed in tier 10 games, that totally warps how maps are played. Because the amount of spotting that gets done, like, TDs become way stronger too, I imagine.
What's the name of the slide with our attack?
It all depends on the matchmaker that they have set up, and like the 3, 5, 7, and all the trends make a really big difference in light tanks.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like if it's 3, 5, 7, and there's one light tank,
it's
and, like,
way stronger.
And the team has 3 mouse, like they just
gonna be.
Oh,
I found it.
I see.
Nigga slam attack.
On the other perspective, if like the other team doesn't have OP tier 10 tanks and you have lights, you have so much potential, I think, because you can literally go from one side of the map to the other in like 30 seconds. Okay, I'm thinking of a map like Steps, right? If you're losing the one line.
You don't want light tanks to. Okay, this is how they. Honestly, I know what Wargaming's doing, and I like it, because if you think about it, let's think before light tanks changed, tier 8 light tanks were better than tier 8 mediums. They just don't want tier 10 mediums to be obsolete.
Well,
right at tier 10 light tanks. That's why they did what they did.
I felt tier 8 lights were tier 9 tanks, and like the WZ-132 was worse than a T-54.
But you gotta remember, in any competitive aspect, you're still allowed to bring a tier 8. So
yeah, that's retarded.
It doesn't matter, clan wars, stuff like that.
You're right though. In League, you'd bring T-54 lightweight.
Yeah, it's just because of that reason, honestly. They just don't want it to. I mean, even now, honestly, like I don't see any reason to still bring like the only tier 10 or tier 8 medium I bring is probably a Lorraine 40T, because it clips out for 1200.
Bring to
and
what?
you can clip out light tanks.
Wait.
Well, they inflated
But
tier
other
8
than
so
that,
much.
like tier 8 light tanks are still better than tier 8 mediums right now.
They inflated tier 8 with all these like 90mm premium tanks. It just made
Oh,
tier 8
yeah, that's
really,
another
really weak.
topic. Because I was thinking that tier 7 is actually one of the better tiers for credit grinding right now. Because if you play 8s, it's always tier 8, 10. Like,
No, the thing with tier 7 is that most of the credit modifiers on tier 7 tanks are just bad.
yeah, that's true.
Well,
but they might be the
you're
most...
always gonna make more in tier 8. They're just
That's why I play
It's
my
pretty
champion
frustrating.
10 religiously.
Wait,
but if
what?
you're only shooting AP in like not a premium tank, then tier 7 is the best tier for farming.
No, even if you do that, you still don't make enough credit. Like, how much can you profit per game?
In tier 8s? Or tier 7?
In tier 7.
Oh, well, like, I was thinking it might balance out. Because in tier 8s, you're shooting gold at tier 10s all the time.
You don't have to. Like, I think it's doable if you just shoot AP, like, most of the time.
With which tank?
All of it.
Interesting.
No. Well, then you're choosing to be competitive or make credits.
Yeah, and I feel like a tier in which your top tier like more. If you can pick one.
They need to make this game so if you're competitive and you win the game, you make all the credits instead of lose them.
Why you poke me?
Oh, because
yeah, you shouldn't be losing credits on a win. That's a good point.
Like if you did all you can and won the game for your team, you should be the one that gets those credits.
Yeah, you shouldn't lose credits on a 7k damage game in a tier 10 like, or you shouldn't lose credits on with a premium tank on like a 4k damage game just because you spammed gold.
Yeah, another point is this game is growing every time. Every patch there's new tanks, so they need to increase the credit value of like per game because it's impossible to get all the tanks anymore.
Wait, what? It's impossible to get new tanks?
Get every tank.
User joined your channel.
But from a company's perspective, you would want that.
I guess that's true.
So.
Okay, we're going to battle.
Let's go, muchachos.
Oh, okay, there you are.
Muchacho.
Jamie. It's because we're waiting for Clan Wars to start.
Okay.
He should kick him out and play, but then again, it's his channel.
Since you weren't here, basically, 2 bat chats are sitting in there. One's going to here while Mata scouts this out. And then 3 5As are coming here, along with the 2 mice. The other 2 5As are playing this. Then, yeah, we go from there.
Okay.
It's basically what I spot at the beginning, and we play it. And then the Sturv is sitting in. You know what the Sturv is.
What'd you say?
I'll sit here because I don't know how to do this.
Okay. I mean, it's so easy. Like, you literally go up there and you can see a bush. There's like one bush that's obviously better than the rest.
No one's as talented as you. Perfect. Okay.
I'm aware of this, but I think you can come close. But since he has no heavy take, I had to play the 5A. Feels bad.
Nice shot.
Wait, what? I have an E5.
No, I switched because that doesn't count in this meta.
E5 is a heavy tank. Just like the FSAM 50T is a heavy tank.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just push it out. I'm not seeing anything here.
They could be behind everything.
Okay. Let's just get our 3 5As in here. Let's get our Sturv to start moving this way. Okay, and Mata, let's have you back off to here.
They're honestly probably just all in this
Or
raid.
back off to here, Mata, one of the 2.
Wait,
where's
bad chat going?
No, you got Bats are staying here. Bats are staying here.
Poor guy.
That was a little dead. He was just like up.
Once
so
the mice get here, these 3 5As. Once the mice get there, you guys are flexing down. Oh, are they doing something south?
Yeah, they are.
They're doing a lot south, not just something.
Pull the mice around. Just do this, okay? Let's
5As just chill up here.
Triple cap 1.
These 5As, you come this way, and then 5As. Let's have you triple cap. Get on cap, and I'll go light ahead.
That's like about 10 tanks.
And these mites, you just come up, okay? Matt, are you gonna hit that boost?
Yeah, I'm already up.
Halo, try to go to C1 or something. Or no? I don't know.
That was bad of me.
These 5As, you can just aim across and sit on cap. That should be fine.
I shouldn't have shot. Oh well.
I think that's the only thing.
You're not on Nope.
Okay, I'll just go kill him. I'll just go kill him myself.
You're not on Nope.
You've got 20 seconds on reload.
No, Choppin', you're not on.
Choppin'.
Oh shit.
There you go.
That's yeah.
I think, yeah. So we could probably.
You have a 3 Mark T92?
They're all running.
Jesus
I have
Christ.
a lot of 3
Jeez,
Mark
it's
things.
Get,
3 Mark
get this to start
CGC.
clumping
I
in
saw
on
that.
this.
That's way more impressive.
Greg, start coming with me.
How am I alive? What?
62A?
Greg, come here. Help me kill this up. 140.
They're gonna reset.
That's fine.
I mean, they can A if they want, but they're already down 5 tanks. It doesn't really matter.
Just sort of a waste of credits at this point.
Oh my god.
They actually didn't even.
When you're just
They didn't even get
running
reset
an
yet.
E5.
Wait, they didn't get a reset?
They still haven't.
No.
They can't pen me.
So bad.
Apes.
They couldn't get a reset. They just couldn't get it.
Wow, rip.
Keep
Oh,
killing.
keep
Allahu
going.
Akbar.
Kill them all.
Keep it going.
One more.
Keep it going.
There
Oh
we go.
my
There we
god.
go. Come on.
It's over.
Okay. There is see this amazing fence.
Fucking
just-
apes.
You know, them pushing all one way kind of scared me a little bit on defense.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Inside
Okay.
coming inside boosted in time.
Oh, it should just be Matt and me switching.
Oh, and
And
me
then
for that,
Halo.
right? Oh, am I staying WZ? I don't even know.
We'll just put Halo and
I played Bat, but
Actually, no,
both
you
sides.
play Bat, and then Halo can play Wheezy, since you guys already
Okay,
know what you're doing.
one
there.
sec. I'm gonna mute TeamSpeak.
Sound muted.
The lead of Otter was not a jerk, just so you guys know. That's just how he is. So, Gavin, I totally disagree with you. Like, you can have someone, you know, I guess it depends on how sensitive you are, but the reality is, you know, it's not like we're 13-year-olds or 8, you know? Everyone in that team speaks, you know, between 20 and 30. So it's like, that's how people talk. It's not rude to call people out for their mistakes. There's just a time and place for it. But really, like, no one in Otter cared. That's just how the atmosphere was. So it's like, no, he wasn't a jerk. That's just how it was. That's how everyone acts in Otter. So isn't the commander of Bulba like 16? I actually don't think so. But yeah, just so you know, I never really. I mean, I was an Otter. You know, I got yelled at a lot, but it's not like he was being rude. He did it legitimately a lot of the time. So I thought I'd just clarify that.
Sound
You're gonna do a
resumed.
lemming train.
Hey, Lemming.
Lemming, you're literally gonna lemming train fucking Ollie up to the fucking boost.
What the fuck?
We're going
I don't know if I
Um,
should be
is
doing this. It's too
chopping you already
complicated
up?
for me.
It's fine. You're fine.
Drop in here.
Is there a map tactic so I can plan this out?
Yes.
5A.
All right.
No, you'll
It's
just
that
see it.
link.
Wait, which one?
The one Ollie posted.
The one that says strat sketch.
Okay.
They're all the same link.
Oh, we're doing
Yeah.
the. Oh, fine. Shit.
You're gonna push Ollie up, okay?
Okay.
I'm just gonna come
Um,
here, and you're just gonna follow me and push me. I'm gonna do the boost. You're just gonna push me. That's it.
Okay.
You're not doing anything.
Sounds good. Hopefully I don't fail.
For your case, you better not.
Hey, Lemming from South Korea. How was the holiday?
Yeah,
I missed
don't.
the live
Yeah, you won't
cast.
fail.
Oh, it was
Just
good, William.
hug
Thanks for asking.
The other batch out or hug Ollie. And you'll be...
You're a dog sniffing.
I don't know if you
dog
ever
bite.
have the opportunity to do this in South Korea, but we were basically in a place where there was absolutely no, like, we had to drive to get internet, to put that into perspective. If we were so remote that if, like, one of us broke our leg, we would have to drive to call 911, which was pretty
Ollie's
interesting. And
weapon of
911's
choice
like
to
the
stand
emergency
with.
phone number where I live, so that was pretty interesting. But
And the horn.
it's cool to get into situations like that.
Out of the way.
Oh wait, we're defense.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm gonna go in.
So you're just gonna be playing with, you're gonna play in here with Halo, perfect.
Yeah.
I haven't
Technical
ground
problem.
out for
And
the
then
50
go over the rails and go there.
Okay. I'm tired. They're pretty light, actually.
I know they are. But they
That's
have
exactly
all
Line up
the
again.
comp from
They have
last
the
I'm gonna
same
back up,
exact
Bobby.
comp.
Bobby and
No, I
Matt,
thought
I'm
they had
gonna
an
back up.
E3 last comp.
There
Oh,
you
the
go.
Probably
E4, no, it
sense
was
so.
E4.
Oh.
It was
Don't
E4
turn.
last game.
No, let me through.
Huh.
Shit.
Bobby, you're still coming with me, cool.
No.
And
Where's
let me
Ollie?
just follow the other bets.
Yeah.
Lun.
Who's Lunlun again?
Okay,
That's
everyone get behind
chopping.
me.
Chop in.
Whatever.
Chopin.
November's Chopin.
Chopin.
Is it Chopin?
It's Chopin.
Chopin.
It's 100% Chopin. That's exactly how it is.
Rest in peace.
He's back. Thanks for
Can we have
joining
one
us.
of these Wheezies just come into here instead, and then Chopin, you go and get in there.
Okay. Let me see if I can try this.
I'm already there.
Professional clan,
so
guys.
Whatever.
Was that my
Let's go
fault?
back.
Yeah.
Push
I mean,
me
it's
back
just-
so I go faster than me.
Sure.
You guys failed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that me, Ali?
Nah, I don't
You
know.
guys have a lot of
Okay,
time.
Greg.
Look where I
Here,
am.
let's just
Are you going?
Okay,
Oh, you're
we'll
going
see.
in? Okay.
You guys
yeah.
have a lot of
Honestly,
time.
let's just start clearing this out.
Okay, yeah, let's
Oh,
go south.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
not going
yeah,
south
yeah.
anyway.
It's
It's
pretty
fine. It's
clear.
fine.
Just dead
Yeah.
the middle though.
They're just pushing up the middle.
Okay, yeah. Just have the mice farm this, okay?
It's like tier
And all
6
the bats,
strongholds.
bats just come here and start clipping them out.
Help.
Halo, poor guy.
Let's
Oh my
focus
God,
the
Halo.
50B, Bobby.
400.
Fuck.
It's a terrain strike.
Sure.
140 pushing up the middle. Viper,
Yeah, okay.
Viper, guys. In front of us, Greg. There we go.
Bad chat's tracked in the open. I'm spotted. Oh.
Clipping.
So let's help Bobby out, Greg.
Yeah, Bobby's
I like-
dead. Don't worry about him.
Oh, it's over. Fuck. That was quick.
Yeah, I think they're just YOLOing in.
No, I think they.
Well, at least you didn't get to see the magic of Ali. Should've been here for the
Well,
late
this is
game.
the second to last game, isn't it?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's
this is-
3.
We have one more set.
One more.
Welcome night.
This is like
Gotcha,
good, I feel.
baby.
Thank you, Reptile.
I think it's so
low
much
roll,
fun, so
Greg.
satisfying to hit.
Has 300
I said it's
speed. Night rolls for 320. What the fuck?
I roll for 320.
Dude, I bet
Yeah,
200
'cause
is a G can't find the
He
E4.
had 30 hit points left after that.
Oh,
Which
God.
flip the E100?
He's stock. That's a stock
that
E100.
This is their only
Discount
tier
mouse.
10s, okay?
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you
These
for
are
the
only tier
credits.
10s.
Very generous.
That's fair.
Hey,
though.
stock,
I mean,
stock E100 has DPM limit. It's just as good as a mouse, okay?
Also more accurate, better for long range
Fast.
damage.
Stronger, it's faster.
Yeah, stronger.
okay, honestly, being them
Um,
would suck right now. Like, that would be so bad.
So we're attacking
I mean, they
first.
signed up knowing this. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
we're
for
attacking
sure.
first.
But they probably didn't expect to fight Maho.
They volunteered to get hung by people play it better than them.
Oh, does
Whoa,
this happen
it's
to be
pretty
a
elitist,
Brazilian
dude.
team?
It is.
No,
I
elitist made me
recognize
say
the
that they have no
name.
place
Yo,
here.
get on tech now.
What is the
Yeah,
name,
you bet.
Techno?
The name's from a general.
I'm gonna go play a pub
Brazilian
game.
general.
I'll be back.
Wasn't he
Oh,
one
they
who
have
like
those.
Must be
the...
very famous if we don't know who he is.
He's not famous out of Brazil.
Techno, is he as good as Goering?
He's okay.
Wasn't that the guy that
Hey, I
helped
thought I was pretty
defeat
nice.
Argentina in like the 1900s?
Yeah, they did just YOLO banana. Sort of disappointing. But...
I mean, we defeated Argentina quite a couple of times.
Yeah, but like the big one where like
I was about to
Argentina
click
and
stop streaming.
Brazil had to...
Sound muted.
Everyone doesn't have as many tanks as you. I did, but not everyone. Yeah, but I didn't realize that... I've never heard of anyone bringing a... Could you imagine bringing a stock IS-4 to Clan Wars? Like, normally in tier 10s, in Clan Wars, you'll have free XP. Like, I've never done Clan Wars from a clan. I've never heard of it, playing stock tanks in Clan Wars, but, you know. Do I ever play heavies? Yeah, when I get frustrated with mediums, but not primarily. Oh, okay. Alright, Papa. James, get a Russian object 140 first. Dude, my 140 mark of excellence is like 83%, but my 62 is 91. 92 area. I'll get it to 95. It fluctuates, of course, though, but... you know, I feel like the 140 sucks. It's because I'm bad in it. Okay, this isn't good. 2 bad shots. Yep. Oh, you're in the clan CDN? Yeah, it'd be cool if they did Clan Wars. I mean, they sort of screwed on it. At least you can do strongholds, though. Like, they sort of screwed it up. Well, I think it's a good thing to have Clan Wars in only tier 10s. Like, tier 6 Clan Wars... mess it from if I was wargaming, I wouldn't want tier 6 Clan Wars because it prevents people from getting tier 10 tanks, and that's the ultimate goal of the game. It sort of alienates getting tier 10 tanks, but I also think that low-level clans, and I don't mean that insultingly, but like lower-level clans with less players who have less skill need some sort of, you know, ability to compete, and I think that's what Strongholds is. But you know, it's probably for the best that they took tier 10 clan, tier 6 and 8 clan wars away. Is this guy gonna camp me? Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I can't pin this guy's weak spots with gold. Tier 6 clan war is a joke. Yeah, it's just people camping with, like, shitty tanks. OIs. On mountain paths. Are you kidding? Fuck. He doesn't even apologize. I was avoiding getting shot so hard, but teammates will prevail. Hey, Hesh, you're from New York. That's cool. He's loaded. I don't want to get snapshotted. IS-3 shot, he killed the AMX. This is gonna be a long game. So, okay, I want to point this out because I think it's relevant. That IS-3 is not side scraping properly. You have to bait the person's shot into your side to, like, successfully side scrape. So what that guy was doing is he was getting impatient. Whenever he reloaded, he wanted to shoot. And you don't want to do that, especially in a tank like an IS-3, because, you know, I just shot his front. And that sort of makes things a lot easier. Like, when someone does that, yeah, anyways. It's a huge mistake, and that's something I used to do, but I think it's important to mention. This IS-3's gonna poke. I can take advantage of that. The question is when. I don't know why he isn't doing it right now. Okay, he isn't. I don't need gold for this either. Maybe he has bad ping or something, but I like it. I'm not doing that to be passively aggressive to that guy. I was doing it because it's a legitimate thing that I used to have trouble with, and I imagine, you know, based on how he was playing, other people also had trouble with it. When you side scrape, you wait until the person shoots, because there's no way, it just doesn't work otherwise. So right, exactly, Banana. And I think Wargaming sort of, that's the thing. Like, the thing is, if you look at players, tier 6 players, a lot of them have thousands of games. I'm not saying all of them do, but when I, you know, so I have an alternate account that I sometimes play because I hate my fame. You know, I don't hate it, but it can get frustrating at times. And so I'm grinding through tiers 1, 2, 3, and 4, and sometimes I'll check the stats of, like, these players who get, you know, relatively high kills considering they're playing against tier 1s and 2s and whatnot, and they'll have like enough battles to imply that they have like 5 skill crews in a T2 light, you know, and to me that sounds foreign, but I think it's normal and I just don't understand it. But you know, some people are like that, and I think Clan Wars is designed to promote competitive whatever, and it doesn't really do that by giving tier 6, you know, the people who spend thousands of games at tier 5 and 6 an opportunity to just stay there. But that's a Scorpion G. I actually don't know this guy's alpha. I think it's 490. But I also think I have been hit for a bit more than that. Okay, I don't really mind if I die as long as I get damage. Oh, damn teammates. I actually haven't played Encounter Malinowka in a while, but I would think it's the same, like the exact same. 5 minutes. Okay. I guess we'll wait for 5 minutes. Tier 10. So yeah, we can just chat if you guys... I mean, I'm open to answering questions. You guys want to do some sort of Q&A right now, but... yeah, we could... What if we voted? Do you guys have a tier 10 light you want to see me play? Because I've been sort of creating some sort of YouTube plan, and I don't know which one would be the most popular. I think Russia might be really popular for the YouTube channel, but... in my mind, it's either Russia, German, or China that are the best, and I think China's probably the best because it has the most alpha. But no, I'm not getting the T49. James, are you serious? Are you trolling? Okay, it's true, but it's not like... I don't know if it was worth it for the lower clans in the first place. Like, how much gold would a tier 6 clan get on the Clan Wars map? I think I played Clan Wars with one, and they were happy to earn, like, 200 gold over a period of a week. And then you split that 200 gold over 6 players, 6, 12, 18, 30 gold per player. What is that? I don't know what you can get other than demounting crew, which is valuable, but given that they took a week to get, like, 30 gold per player, that guy could work at his minimum wage job for an hour and get 1250 gold, so it might be better. We're attacking. Bat shot still? I don't know. That's how I look at it. I wonder if the SU-12244 is worth getting. I don't want to... TD. TDs suck. They don't give payouts usually. The offers are sort of... Yeah, that's a good point, Ben, and I think... Yeah. The bigger clans survive because they pay players. I don't think... I think there's a select few that would stay because they like the Clan Wars aspect more than pubs. But I think, like, big players are attracted to big payouts. Could put that really simply. But winning gold is sweeter than earning money to buy gold. Yeah, that's for sure, James. I absolutely agree. So maybe they need to figure out some sort of, that's a really interesting perspective because I'd never perceived that. I think Wargaming should maybe try to enhance the prizes from Strongholds then, to give tier 6 players some sort of competitive edge or like something they can compete in. That's always a possibility, but I mean, really, Strongholds are already pretty good because you get boxes, so I don't know. I don't have the answer, but I wonder if Strongholds are good enough for a lot of people. Reward bonds in Strongholds? No, I think bonds are shitty. Oh, really? Strongholds give gold? Okay, so that might be a better thing for the game. Like, if I was a developer of the competitive side of World of Tanks, I would have Strongholds with relatively high rewards, so like the lower level clans could compete for something, like make it easy for them to get something that's worthwhile so they can work towards something. And I'd have this for tier 6 and tier 8, and then I'd want the bigger clans to be competing on the global map for like that could be the competition to aspire to. Maybe that's because I'm in that location, but when I started the game, it was always about getting onto the Clan Wars map, and there was no other goal. So the whole point, if you were a competitive player, not like a tank collector, but if you wanted competition from World of Tanks, your job was to get a tier 10 as quickly as you can, grind out the crew, like get 3 tier 10s, so you could join some sort of, at the time for me it was a great clan, but like a really, from my perspective now, some sort of shitty clan, so you could not get gold, but just fighting Clan Wars was the end game. It doesn't matter winning, but for a lot of players, just getting there was a huge drive, or for me at least. So that was my perspective, and that's what I the perspective that I come at the game from. So, but like I said, I'm an extreme. I'm there's very few players that play World of Tanks for competition, I think. Lemming likes the 62A, but Banana thinks the 140 is better. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, let's go listen to the strat, because game starts in 18 seconds.
Sound resumed.
I don't have an opinion on the 30B.
Serve a feud, and the country would make a new decision to make history. President, you see, following 2 terms, Obama, the nation would face some drama. We seemed in political slump, then shock the nation with the Trump.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay. It looks like they're checking for the last 2 games. Well, sorry, never got to see Ollie's true final form.
Nigga, I would have never done it anyway, because they would have all been one line.
Do you think they're teching, or do you think they're like,
I mean, you got to fight Relic, Ollie. Like that.
Dude, that was good enough. I mean,
do you
my
ready?
hands are still wet from that one.
Let's just keep a comp ready. We're
Banana, can you sit in for me?
When was the last
He's already
time?
here. He is. Don't worry about him.
Okay,
No, when was
because
the
I'm
last time
streaming, so
someone
it's
Yeah, it's all good.
Thanks.
Sound muted.
Alright. Is this the new song from Celine Dion? Top 10 anime openings. Yeah, I don't think... I saw that some people were doing top 10s for World of Tanks, or top 5s, and I've considered it, but... people focus on the garage of World of Tanks too much. Like, you'll... People have... Okay, I'm, you know, not exactly an old person, so I don't have a lot of experience with people, but what I've noticed from World of Tanks and from observing, you know, people around me is that people like to focus on what they can buy to make them better players, and very rarely do they like care about the game itself, you know. And I think advertising pushes this and stuff like that, but yeah, I that hopefully that answers your question. Like, I don't think you can get better at the game by throwing more money at the problem. And I think a lot of people believe that, but by no means is it true. There's ways to get gold in World of Tanks if you're a good player. I think premium tank is a cost, like an expected cost. Like, premium is a cost, but I mean, if you can afford $8 a month, you pretty much, I don't think you need to spend money at World of Tanks to get good at it. I mean, you could argue that as long as you have enough time, you don't need a premium account, but that's not really the case. You sort of need a premium account to play tier 10 games and make some sort of profit from it. He's poking on a guy who has a camo advantage against him. But are there tanks that you would say are better for learning the game? Yeah, I would say vehicles that are uncomfortable. So uncomfortable but good at a lot of things at the same time. And I'm thinking specifically, like, I would suggest you learn in a low gun depression tank, because it lets you literally look at things. For example, when I used to play my T-34-3 and it had 5 degrees of gun depression, this is what I would do. Because I wouldn't have the gun depression. If people were coming on this corner, I wouldn't have the gun depression to hit them. But I could just do this, like, to this effect, and I would remain held down. And that is something that you only learn by playing, you know, Russian or Chinese mediums. You would never learn that playing a pattern, because you just wouldn't need to. So I think by playing things with that are difficult to play, you're going to learn a lot more. And then when you go play something like a pattern, it's like, holy shit, this thing's amazing. So it is very frustrating in the short term, though. So you have to base your, you know, listen to your temperament. If you can't handle doing that, don't do it, you know. But the T-34-3 was my learning tank, and it worked out well for me. Now these guys are looking at us. How do you pen a Type 4? Okay. I don't know how to deal with this situation. Oh, fuck. He just shot the barrel. We can put these guys in some sort of crossfire. Are you kidding? Indirectly nerfing light tanks by buffing ready. I should have expected it, I guess. I am in a light tank, so... I just sort of need to get out of here. Because the camping police are going to come for me. Shit. How fast was it? Okay. Well, let's just give it a couple seconds. Okay. I still need to try to do 2k damage. At least, you know, considering that I got clicked twice, I think that's a reasonable goal. Dude, I'm about to get wrecked by the clickers. Just keep moving at full speed. That's definitely the tried and tested way to avoid Artie, according to the puppies. Shit. He couldn't make it up. Let's just snipe with this damage gun now. Should be perfect. Oh, fuck. I wanted to click the Artie. Oh, that went exactly where I aimed it. Cool. But it's a shame it didn't do anything, but... Considering I got clicked 3 times in a light tank. Artillery is unfair and broken. See you, Lucky. Thanks for watching. I hope, you know, watching the Clan Wars and stuff was interesting. I've never seen a streamer, like, consistently stream Clan Wars, and I'm really lucky to be able to do that in Maha, so, yeah. Let's, use the bonuses. We're gonna have to do experience. 200%. Let's give that a go. And we'll do this as well. Cool. So we're like hardcore training the crew right now. It could be a mod you're using, Steven. Actually, I would consider that a nice thing. Depends on the size of your screen, but Steven, I would think it's a mod that you're using, because I've never had that or heard of that. Maybe someone else knows more than me, but it's probably a mod. You deserve more subscribers. Your videos teach the game. Thanks, Pukalo. Thank you. Would you still recommend T-34-3 to learn? Has it been power creeped? I would not suggest the T-34-3 to learn. I would think that... I would suggest some sort of tank that doesn't get wrecked by matchmaking. I think the T-34-3 really suffers when it comes to matchmaking. What's my mission? What? I didn't get that? Okay. I thought I got the mission a while ago. I'll have to think about that, because it's a really good question, and I understand where you're coming from. I would think some sort of pen, and like you need a tank that has... I'm thinking of the Russian mediums, but I'm not sure how practical it is to tell someone to grind all the way to tier 10 and start learning the game there, right? So I would think the Russian mediums would be some of the best, because there's this stereotype that the Russian mediums are the easiest tanks to play, or the best, and that's just because good players perform really, really well in them. But I think for someone to learn, it's probably really good, because they don't have a lot of alpha, but they have DPM, so the tank has a lot of potential that's really hard for someone to use. So I would think the Russian mediums are a good choice for a new player. If you can play tier 10s with a premium account or something. And I would also suggest that you carry minimal gold. Not because I think that it's, you know, unjust or you're cheating by shooting gold, but I would think it's probably the best for your economic situation in the game. Like, new players who are trying to learn won't be able to do strongholds for credits like I am. So try to reduce the amount of gold you shoot, and understand that you're going to be at the mercy of RNG a lot of the times, but focus on putting out a lot of shots, and then as time progresses, you'll probably become a better player. Eventually, you'll get into a better clan, and then you can start taking advantage of clans to earn more credits and take advantage of the financial system in the game. So that would be my advice. Get a 62A or something, and go from there if you can. I'm wondering what people think about that. The T-34-3 got a huge armor buff. Yeah, but the thing is, its gun depression is... The pen isn't good. Like, good luck penning a Type 5 heavy with gold. So, when I play the T-34-3, I don't go into it expecting to make credits because of the meta. So the meta has changed significantly, like enough so that I can play a premium tank and be doubtful about how many credits. A CDC might be a decent choice. If you want to buy your way to tier 8. A lot of people recommend not doing that, and I don't understand it. I actually don't think it's as bad as people say. But I would suggest getting at least a tier... Like, I'd get a tier 7 before you buy a tier 8 Prem. I would think. Maybe a tier 6. Like, if you're in a situation where you want to make credits for the tier 8 tank or the tier 7 tank, then yeah, I think it's okay to buy a tier 8 Prem, but not because you want to pay for your first tier 5 and you can't figure out how to grind credits for it. But that's my opinion. A lot of these are abstract rules, right, that you just come up with, and it's not like I've tried them out. So I think maybe look at the game yourself instead of looking for my opinion on that. It's certainly not how I started the game. My first tank above tier 4 was the T-34-3. Quite a big jump, and it seemed to have worked out for me. But yeah, but the CDC is not a great tank, but it has some potential, and it's not expensive. So that was my reasoning for saying that the CDC might be an okay choice. I should do a review on the CDC. I haven't played it in a bit. Since I 3-marked it, I haven't really played it. E25 at tier 7 is beast mode, yeah, but it doesn't teach you how to play the game. So it's like, sure, it's a good tank, but it's what other tanks does the E25 compare to? There's a player who plays solely E25, and he used to have 5k recent or something, and he has like an insane number of battles in the E25. But all his other tanks he's bad at. It's not like the people who play tier 10 mediums. And they're really good at tier 10 mediums because a lot of the skills from those branch off, right? You can apply the same skills to heavy tanks and to some extent TDs. But if you learn how to play a fast mobile OP TD, you're not going to learn how to deal with not having... You're not going to prepare yourself for tier 10 gameplay at all. So sure, you might learn how to abuse view range, but tier 10 isn't about view range. Maybe endgame it is, but most of the time you can't just pick a single position and farm people all game. Unless you're in an STRV with a camo net and a camo skill crew, but that's like the only example of a tank that can sort of do that. Guys say yes. That's who I was talking about. Yeah, exactly, Irma. When you play a fast tank with no armor, you very quickly recognize the mistakes that you make. Because a red player can show you the mistakes you make when you're in a CDC. You're not relying on someone to be way better than you. As if you were driving a mouse to try to learn the game, it wouldn't be about... You could make a ton of mistakes and still get away with it. But when it's something like a CDC, or even this, right? I made a mistake. Probably shouldn't have been there this late into the game. Immediately I find out. So you can learn from that experience quite quickly. You can say, okay, after a minute in the game, you probably shouldn't be sniping if there's a light tank in the middle ridge, So, whereas if I was in a mouse, probably wouldn't have been penned there. All that would have happened is I would have gotten lit, and, the game would have rewarded me for bouncing a Scorpion in my overpowered tank, so... probably wrong about this. Like, go in for, like, realize I'm just one guy. So, sharing my opinions, though. This is a line of fire that I never knew existed. There's so little to do right now when there's 5 TDs. What? So, for example, that player right there is going to learn that driving into the open probably isn't the best course of action. And he's going to be, hopefully he's going to be taught about it because he's in a Scorpion, whereas, again, if he was in like a heavy tank, he would not really learn that. I sort of punished him for it, which is, you know, great. Hopefully he can learn from that experience. I don't know how willing people are to learn and though and like admit they fucked up, so it's pretty hard to do consistently. Where do I go from here? That was perfect timing, actually. This guy's really aggressive for light tank. So we're down 3. No, we're down 2. This guy sort of needs to die. Oh, obviously he hasn't learned about driving into the open, but... Why am I not spawning from F7? Why would you go to F7? Like, who was like, who, if I was in F7 right now, who would I be spotting for? No one has shots on anyone. Like, when you scout, you have to understand 2 things. One, you have to go into the assumption that you're scouting for people who can't aim. That's really important because you cannot trust people to hit their shots. So you have to be so safe that your teammates can miss 30, 40, 50% of their shots and you're still okay. Secondly, someone has to have shots on the enemy. Like, that's a vital thing when it comes to scouting. Otherwise, you're just wasting your tank. So it's like, I look at the team and I'm like, okay. Why? Who's going to shoot them? I think that's a really important question to ask that a lot of people forget about. Okay, that guy's lucky. Or maybe I'm just bad at aiming. I think I'm on the bad side for this game. I played quite badly, I think. But at the same time, we're down. Yeah, we didn't do too well. How do you decide to change positions so fast? I've done it a lot of times. So as you do something, like, I'm sure when you were little and figuring out what 2 + 2 was, you're pretty slow at it. You had to, like, for me, my father had crayons. This is how he taught me how to add. And he showed me 2 crayons, and then he added 2 crayons together. And that takes time to learn. But now, it's like, you can probably do 63 + 63 and figure out the answer really quickly, like, because you've learned how to do that. So it's like anything. The more you practice it, the better you get at it. My stats have been blue for a pretty long time, but the problem is that I care way too much for those stats, and it affects my game. How can I overcome that? I mean, you could probably just... That's a mental barrier, and those are typically the hardest to deal with, but you could... So, there's this interesting article about choking and players. So, I was reading this because this kind of thing interests me a lot. So, athletes, like particularly high-end athletes, have this problem where when they're playing and they're in a high pressure situation. So I'll think about hockey because I'm Canadian. If you're in a breakaway and you're playing hockey, or let's pretend you're the goalie because that's the position I would play, a lot of the times the habit is to start thinking about the result. So, for example, if you're on the breakaway, you're carrying the puck, it's very normal, especially for relatively skilled players who aren't very good, to start thinking about what happens if they fail. Because they'll go back and they'll remember, okay, last time I was on a breakaway, I failed. And as they're skating forwards, there's people behind, and they start thinking about not what they should do, but they get anxious about the outcome. And that's, in my mind, that's a result of thinking about the future. Like, you get anxious when you think about the future, so you sort of have to figure out a way not to do that and just to be in the moment. And I'm sure everyone's had something like that they can, refer to. But for me, I can talk about the specific thoughts that make me screw up. When I'm in a carry position, I think about how valuable, that this replay, if I can pull it off, will be for my YouTube channel. And that totally messes up. You have to figure out how not to think about that. And generally for me, I just say, okay, we haven't won yet. Continue playing the game. Stop being so retarded and worrying about this. And then, you play. So maybe I should stop talking about this because it's making me play bad. But look up articles on avoiding choking because they're really worth the read. Even if you don't use that information, it's just interesting. So I would suggest you do that. I'm sure there's people who can relate. I wonder, though. I'm interested in seeing people's opinions on this. Because they also studied that, you overthink things. When you're nervous about something, you overthink things, and that's really detrimental. Oh, that was pure skill right there. How do you look around a corner like this? He's camping me. Oh. No, don't. What? What happened there? Is the VK... I'm so confused. Okay, that's a Malshin. I'm so lucky to be alive right now. I've played this I saw the Malshin and I was like, there's no way he's gonna push, but luckily he ignored the easy kill. That's really lucky on my end. It's gonna cost him, but this game seems to be over. Okay, so how do I deal with... I have thrown away so much HP. It's not like I'm in a position where I can readily reset the cap circle. Not good. I'm sure that the RU's looking at me, so I'll only kill myself if I need to. Yeah, he's camping me. It was worth it. Good. Where's the 62A? Oh, I didn't even see him. Okay, well, hopefully I bought my team enough time. I mean, they've got 15 seconds. Let's watch this. They've got so many one-shots. They literally... I think there's 2, 3... We're just losing too quick. I think if I had more HP right there, it could have helped a lot. So I guess you can use this game as a learning experience. This is the huge value of putting people on cap. Even though they didn't win by capping out, you know, you can just see how the Panther 2 is able to take advantage of this guy who's rushing to reset. So it would have been a close game if we had pushed through the city quicker, but they pushed the field. My mistake. I wasn't really thinking about that game. I noticed that you don't stress when you get back, team. Yeah, but there's a reason I don't stream when I'm trying to 3-mark things, because it's like compounding stress. Yeah, I get stressed out a lot. Lenin Rush. I've been sitting on my ass for 55%. How do I improve? You try something new, I guess. Carry harder. Yeah, obviously that would be the answer, but it's such a useless answer. What do I need, clan? Yo, yo, yo. What do I need, clan? What? Is she doing that on purpose? Stalin Rush. 50% TAOP, but I don't think it's going to happen for a while. Probably maybe Chris. If you're going to buy like a year or 2 years of a premium account, buy six months or something until Christmas. Will you do a TVP review? Yeah, I've got... So the way YouTube works, just so you guys know, is that YouTubers will automatically make significantly more money as the Christmas season begins, because that's when ads cost the most. There's a lot of competition for Christmas present, like ad placements, basically. So YouTubers will automatically wait. Like last December, I made double that of what I made in the previous month of November, and it continued into like January too, which I found interesting. But I'm preparing for that because I want to make money. Because for eventually I'm gonna have to get myself I'm gonna have to pay for rent and stuff like that. So Drew Ehrenberg, fellow Canadian, keep it up, sauce boss. Thanks, Drew. I think that was along the lines of, yeah, but it didn't make sense. They have so many TD. Play to your teammates. Okay. I'm lucky that there wasn't another light tank here, but... Shame we don't have clickers. Actually, oh, we do have a clicker. Okay. Just fall back as soon as it repairs. I'm not brawling against that guy. Do I need gold? They have nothing that I can't pen the side of with gold. So the answer is no. I can save credits here. How come you don't stream on Twitch? Because I haven't figured out how to do that yet. How much would 10,000 views generate in revenue? That changes based on the month. Yeah, it's nowhere near $1 million. If it was $1 million, dude, I think there would be a lot of competition. A lot more competition on YouTube. To say the least. But like, if you think about it, which company wants to pay? So YouTubers get 50% of their ad revenue. YouTube takes the other 50% because effectively they can. They're a monopoly. So if you had to pay $1 million to get your ad seen 10,000 times, yeah, it would actually be 2 million. Like if the YouTuber got paid $1 million, the advertiser would have to pay 2 million. That's my understanding, anyways. So it's like premium advertising, basically. It's about really, really expensive. At least you pay for the amount you use. I don't see us beating that with the half HP Karn. So where do I go from here? The thing is, they've got so many TDs and sort of we that the first team to push loses, which is good. What would you say is the average age of my viewers? Oh, I could check. I'm not a huge statistical person, but maybe in like their 30s. I don't pay a lot of attention to analytics, like the age of my audience, because they found me, right? So clearly I'm doing something to, cater to their interests if they found me, so. Grill. It's pretty aggressive for a grill driver. Yeah, that's really good, Joseph. That's a really good accomplishment, actually. Congrats for hitting 1,300 win 8 after like 4K battles. That's really good. Most people take way longer to do that, so I think it's really good of you. Like, congrats. What would you say the WOT maps are bad because they're small? I think size is part of map design. Like, I think they should try to make larger maps. I don't have the answer to making a good map, actually. I think the problem with bigger maps is TDs. So, when you create a big map, it doesn't take much for some guy in a 268, or if you lower the tier, like the problem with a big map is that as the tiers lower, view range becomes even stronger. So if you took a map like what is it, the one with the Malinovka, I think, or Prokhorovka, any of those maps, it's way easier for like some guy with 400 meters view range to just dominate in that tier in a low tier game, because no one can see past 250 meters. So all you need is binocs, and you basically binocs and half a brain, and you can beat everyone. That's why the T67 is considered overpowered, because everyone it competes against has no view range. So, and 50% cruise, which exacerbates the problem even further. So, yeah. I would actually think for low tiers to be more balanced, you would have to remove the 50% crew. Like, everyone should start with the crew at 100%, I think. Not 50%. Because the reload, the view, everything is worse. I think crews, to an extent, are pay to win because you have such a huge advantage when you're at 100% as opposed to 75 or even 50. So, I think, yeah, that's just a thought that just came to me. I never really thought about it because I've never really had a problem with crews. It's been so long. So. Then how will wargaming get money? I'm sure there's plenty of ways to monetize a video game other than simply charging 200 gold for someone's crew member to be good. Like, I'm sure that's not their primary source of income. So, something tells me. Okay. Oh, that's not very bright of me to go here. Oh, that was quick. Whatever. 3k damage still. Yeah, wargaming should sell skins. That would be great. That would be a really ungame breaking way to monetize the game. It would take away from the realism aspect, but who cares? I personally don't care. So that's like my perspective. I think it's a great idea. Having rare camos that cost a lot, like, who cares? Like, if someone finds it worth $100 to spend on a special camo, you know, that's their money. It doesn't hurt me because they got a special camo for $100. So I think that's actually a really good idea. But I've said that already, so hi dude, hey Josh, James. Wait, I'm so confused. I only play World of Tanks, and my name is James. Yeah, the thing about video games as your job is you play real life for fun. You don't play video games to get away from real life. You play real life to get away from video games. I think that's funny though. So like asking me what other games do I play? Not a lot. Sometimes I'll play PUBG when I've got nothing else to do, but normally I'll go driving. How close are we? Oh, we're nearly halfway there. I could spend 5,000 gold and get this tank. Do I think it's worth it? No, I don't. I can't justify that. Especially if it's one of the least popular light tanks. Let's grind some free experience with tier 10s. How is the Honda running? I paid $900 for my Honda Accord. Bought it with 260,000 kilometers in like March? Yeah, probably in March. I can check the bill of sale, but I paid $900 for the car, 260k kilometers. It has 270. So I've done the brakes on it. I was thinking of making a video about weight reduction because I was doing the brakes on the car and I was thinking it would be a great opportunity to just suggest that you should just remove all the brakes on your vehicle because they just slow you down, you know? I thought that would be a funny joke, but then I realized that if I made a video telling people not to have brakes on their vehicle, I could be legally responsible. So it would have been hilarious, I think, but I could have been in trouble for that. I don't know why F1 engineers haven't thought of it. You can just remove the brakes and immediately you lose like huge amounts of weight from your vehicle. So I wasn't aware of any windstorm in Calgary. Do it. No, I don't think I because some guy, if 1,000 people watch it, someone is gonna believe me. Become a car YouTuber? No, I think everyone does that. There's a lot of competition, and I don't really support it. Spending thousands of dollars on a vehicle that, you know. But I like cars. I just, what I'll do is I'll go read. I'll find a random place and go read in my car, but that's what I do for fun. Does your Honda have duct tape? It'll need it eventually. Oh, Faden, well, you learn something new every day. So. Have you gone fishing lately? No, I've been liking my job too much. Thinking about future and things like that. But I should. Okay, this is the worst position to go into. Period. It's a bowl. Let's fall back, and I'm gonna play higher up. Because people like that T49 will just wreck you. They'll kill you. If you just hang around right there. Same with that 140 and everyone else like him. That's the problem with the 140. If I shoot him in the fuel tanks again, it'll light him on fire. Again. So. HP per ton. I don't know. It's a 2000 Honda Accord 4 cylinders, so you can go look it up. I really don't know about it. I'll get a new vehicle eventually, but it's not going to be expensive. I only have so much money. Okay. That's frustrating. Is success a possible outcome? Not really. Sometimes I have no clue where my shells go. No, what? The WZ's gonna get mad at me for saving myself. Yeah, he is. Did he really think that was winnable? I'm not sure he realizes they have a full HP 57 heavy. The biggest problem is the stock grind on the Honda is rough. Yeah. You could say that. Oh, everyone fears the new waffle will be the, like the new Foch will be the waffle. I don't know, I haven't looked into it. I just don't want them ruining my bat chat. And I'm glad they decided not to. I'm really happy about that, actually. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, Alex. I have, like, actual things I want to put money into, not cars. The problem with cars is that it's so expensive. It's like I can't afford that, really. There's other things that are more valuable to me. Well, at least they're not capping, because that would be difficult to do. I actually thought they'd keep pushing into our base, but it's good that I came over here to get... Like, it's gonna increase my damage, so that's always a good thing. That's the 57 heavy. Yep. So he must be like here to see me. Why isn't he spotted? I've done terribly this game. What is shitty X5? Oh well. Hopefully... So this game's surprisingly close. Did you see what the low says? Come on, you fags. Oh. Jeez. Accuracy. Holy shit. 50, the lowest toxic. It's quite frustrating doing only my hit points in a tier 10 game. There we go, luckily. Like, that didn't deserve to pen, but it did. Bounced. Oh well. Really? CCM? Where I live, houses like are $250,000. Like, really, really not great houses. I think the median cost of a house is like 400,000. So paying 20, maybe you bought it in like a really long time ago when I wasn't alive, or during a crash or something to get it for that price. But yeah, trucks are expensive. I'm sure there is dunce cap. Everyone has been agreeing with. I think we've all come to a consensus that the stock grind on the 2000 Honda Accord is just horrendous. There's a lot that you have to research to get it up to par. Why don't we do I really want to play the 140? Oh, I'll play it. I'll give it a shot. 2 million what, Kennel? What currency? Do you live in New York or something? Apparently there's a housing bubble in New York, but... Do it, you won't? What are you talking about, Dunce? Oh, okay, CC. CC my Harley. How many tanks do you have? I don't know, I'll check after this if I remember. I don't know if you guys have VW Golf MK4. I don't know, dude. When I was buying my car, this lady had a Volkswagen Golf Mark IV, like, and it it was so, like, it had the check engine light on and stuff. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of vehicles that require, I don't know. When I saw one, I was like, really, it's not that special, but that's my opinion. I think it was the Mark IV. Could have been the 3, but whatever. More live streams? Yeah. I don't know what goes through people's minds when they sit here. Like, why is this the meta? Fuck. It's the whole sniping tank thing. Stupid. Beautiful. This T10 is smart. I don't know how defensive... Like, no, it's not smart. Fuck. What, there's nothing in the middle to shoot at. Have they been stopping for the light tank? I don't know. There we go. Two minutes into the game. I mean, they're doing the same thing. So it works out, but... How did that happen? Okay, I have to ignore the Centurion 7-1. He's frustrating me. It's pretty unbelievable, like, watching that. Oh well. Oh, what? I thought... my mistake. I should side scrape off my teammate. We're not gonna win this fight. Okay, so how do I get a positive result from this game? Oh, that's a house. I was looking at the map. Fuck the valley, to be honest. I mean, something's being accomplished there. It looks like the mouse is pushed over, but I think both sides of this map is a bit... In a medium, it's very hard to do well on. Because you can commit to the middle, and then you're committed. So... And what I found is that there's people here who just camp you. So it's like, okay, sure, middle sounds great. And then eventually, there's the 704 who's been camping all game, who decides that now is the best time to push up after you're a one-shot. So it can be very difficult to get any sort of decent result. From the middle. 50B killed the Yag. That's interesting. Is it this 50B? Yeah, it must be. Take a shot in a second. He might know he's lit. Fuck me. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at the 140. What happened with the super pushing advice? What do you mean by that? My luck with the 140 seems to have not been the greatest lately, but oh well. That's like definitely not a first world problem. 1 ton toast. Morning, Lola. Whoa. What is getting a buff? The 140? No, I just meant like the first time I tried out the 140 in like ages, I played on the map Lakeville. I hate Prokhorovka and Fiery Salient. I think with Artie it becomes really horrendous. Oh, okay. I used to have the opinion that Artie on this map wasn't bad. Okay, so from a game's perspective, Artie isn't bad on this map. I think it keeps it going, because what happens on this map is without Artie, the game lasts for like 15 minutes because people just sit in the middle. There's nothing to promote speed on this map because it's so easy just to stay safe and so punishing to push. So Artie sort of on this map has an interesting role, but it fucking sucks to get clicked. Like, from a personal perspective, Artie sucks on this map, but from an overall standpoint, I think Artie keeps the game going. So hopefully the Artie gods decide after my praise not to click me. But that's like my perspective. I don't think it's all bad on this map, but I think it keeps the game going. Just not, it's not fun. So if you can avoid getting clicked on this map, you've won a huge amount of the battle. Especially if you have some sort of Artie who's just keeping them stunned or something. I didn't do what I normally do. That guy sucks to be that guy. What is the 416 doing? I have no clue. My team's Artie position is the worst. Maybe for a 261. I don't know. I don't play enough Artie to know which Artie positions are better than the others. To me, it's all the red line. That's a joke, by the way. Partly. I understand that some parts of the red line are more valuable than others. But I'm still learning. Cool. Okay, at least I didn't get hit, just stunned. How often do you pray to Serb? Every morning. When I wake up. What is this 416? This is the same 416 that I... What? How did that pen? Whatever, I'm not going to complain about that. That's RNG for you. Oh, that's a huge compliment. Thanks, Penelo. But I see, I can sort of agree with you there. What is the Conqueror doing? So I could go farm the Conqueror, but that's not smart right now. Okay, am I near a tank that's gonna get me clicked? No, so I'll stay here. Time to run, because I'm gonna be the Artie target. Yeah, that's people from the hill shooting at me. Where's their... What? This is pretty interesting because they've only got 4 tanks dead. So like all of them are on the hill or something? Or maybe they're all at A0. Both of those are possibilities. Bounced. Okay, I deserve that considering how lucky I got earlier. Shit. Where's the clicker? I'm hoping that I'm staying already safe by hugging this rock, but for all I know, he's right here. I am shooting gold, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. There's the clicker. I was right. But I'm lucky to be alive right now. Fuck. That's the problem with holding down your mouse to shoot people. Alright, let's just be aggressive. The 100 isn't bad, but it's not good compared to its competition. So it'd be like asking, is the AMX-30B currently a good tank? The answer is, yeah, it's a good tank, but like, if you compare it to everything else, you could just drive a Patton and get way better results because the Patton is just better. So, yeah, it's very similar to the answer I just gave you. The 100 is like, sure, it's good, but you can drive a mouse, you know, and get really similar tank as far as the armor use goes. Gun is different, but whatever. How do you pen? Why are TDs so armored? Why can't he aim? It's also an important question. Okay. No, the 5041 generally isn't regarded as good. I used to think it was, but it's not. Do I think my channel will ever be as big as Quickie Babies or Circons? Yeah, I think I have the potential to make that happen. Whether or not I'm able to use, like, harness that potential, I'm unsure, right? I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but if I were to bet on myself, I would bet on myself to, like, my goal is to maybe hit, I don't know, 6 digits, 6 figures for subscribers. That way I can make, you know, enough money to start saving up because university is expensive, and, you know, but that's like my goal. I don't hope to do it for fame. I hope to do it so I can set up my life and use some sort of, you know, prepare myself for the future, because a lot of people go into debt from university, and that's I've never been taught that going into debt for something is a good idea. I mean, university eventually will pay for itself, but still. So I'm going to try to avoid going into debt, you know, between now and when I'm like 26. Maybe I'll buy a house one day, and that's going to put me into a lot of debt, but I want to try to avoid that. So I have a real motivation to make this YouTube thing work. So there you go. Make wargaming share my content. It is what it is. Right, exactly. People do, like, I feel like going into debt is one of those holes that you get stuck in for 10 years. And, you know, you only live until you're 80. And the reality is I've had a really tough health life, so I don't know. The medications I'm on might affect my long-term health too. So it's like, okay. So I want to make the most of what I have. One day I'm going to die. So I don't want 10 years of it to be wasted because I borrowed money on a car or because I borrowed a huge amount of money for university. I want to try to save up as much as I can. So that's I think I will make my YouTube channel grow big, but it's not because I'm like looking for fame. It's because I have a reason for the future to do that. So yeah, I've never heard of going into like huge amounts of debt as an investment though. So I've always considered becoming a doctor, and I have an anesthesiologist, and she's a woman, which is rare for anesthesiologists. But she said she went into like $250,000 of debt for university. Like, that's huge. Yeah, yeah, I couldn't imagine. That's more like, yeah, that's just incomprehensible. The amount for me, that's incomprehensible. That number is just. So I want to try to avoid some, like, I don't want to deal with that. It's just so much stress. As if going through med school isn't stressful enough, you know? So if I ever do that, I want to have some sort of bad mistake. I guess I've committed, haven't I? No. I'm worried that Lorraine is gonna rush into here. Hey Michael, how are you doing? It's been a while. Probably because I haven't streamed though. Tracked. He has the gun depression. He was just moving, that's why he missed. Yeah, I'm hoping for $0 in university debt. If I can do that. This is possible. Oh. Why aren't we pushing? Lorraine is supposed to be reloading. Oh, that's a weak spot on the... Guys, look at this. Right here, you can... His drive wheel is a weak spot. I didn't realize that. That's something to know. No patch discussion. Yeah, I don't really care about the new patch. I haven't even looked into it. So I know you're Canadian. Have you ever been to America? And if not, would you like to? Yeah, I've been to the States. He's looking... looks at the light tank. I went to Seattle when I was younger. I've also been to San Francisco. Wargaming flew me down. So that was an interesting experience. I'm blocking this TD. I would go again. I actually would love to move to the United States. But I'd love to move to a lot of places, and moving is expensive, so it's like, can't justify it just yet. But we'll see. Yeah, I'd love to go to the United States, but San Francisco was, oh my god, interesting. Like, the people there were not the type that I was used to. But that's not in a bad way, necessarily. I'm 18. Okay, I was gonna say I don't understand why our heavies aren't pushing up and then they're all one-shot, so now I understand, but this isn't gonna end well if we're poking into a waffle. Okay, you cannot do this. Please fall back. I don't know where that went, but it disappeared. That was a shitty game. Actually, I did 2K. So not horrendous, but not good. Low rolled. RNG, please. Don't I have 320 alpha? Something like that. Yeah, 320. Okay. Russian armor. It extends to RNG. I'm joking. It's confirmation bias, of course. Is this cover? Find out now. Okay. Oh, why would you detract that, Derek? I thought it was interesting. Hey, Penelo. Oh, you're still watching. That's amazing. Are you participating in Clan Wars? I did earlier. If you go check the stream, maybe like an hour ago, I was definitely doing Clan Wars. Oh, okay. There's a minute left on these bonus things. I'll end it here because I've been playing. This is quite a long stream for what I'm used to. So, you know, I hope it was worth watching. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. So we'll end it here. And maybe what I'll do, next video I'll post a straw poll because I don't know which light tank I should get. But I'm gonna get the Chinese one because that's looks like the most fun for pubs. But as far as my YouTube channel, I don't know which one is gonna be the best for making a good review of it. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.